Hello there, and welcome back to episode 12 of Sithlonia. Well, what is it today? We are going to have a fine day with water and Sithalon. So, the kind and wise comment section did let me know that water spreads fertility. As you see here, there is a patch of green running alongside of the canal. So, while it's not being stated directly here in the output, it's because the fertility is being raised of the field, therefore the fertility is higher than before. Therefore, I didn't see it in the previous episode directly that the output of the fields is increased by putting canals in between. This also leads to the fact that we pretty much can take a lot more fertility in here by just encircling this thing. This also means the people of Sithlonia will have to do a lot of pumping, because I really figured that we can use a lot more of that, and we will do, as we have currently a ample supply of people willing to spend their life in Sithlonia. Well, we're currently constructing a second grain farm, but you know, if we take a canal and let it flow past here, and then we just open it up and do it there as well, this will bring a lot of fertility into this area. Alright, let's get this party started. We are going to get ourselves, well, this doesn't come with a larger or smaller footprint, does it? We are going to get ourselves one of these bad boys here, but let's first get ourselves an eye on the groundwater. So it's pretty clear that we can't build here because that's overlapping with the fishery. But we can build like this. That should perfectly work fine. Then we can work like this. Let's see, I can't even put it up like all the way there. Okay. So we can put up another one right there. I mean, I find it pretty difficult to get the most out of these pumps. But let's start with something like that. I mean, we can install lots and lots of other pumps there. Pumplonia. Yeah. I'm getting started with this business now for real, as you can see. We are going to plot down the canals like that. Oh, wait a sec, is that... Yeah, that's right. I still feel as if the output of these buildings, I would love so much if it would be in a different color. Like green or red or even yellow, whatever. Or some other color to showcase where the output of these buildings is. That would be amazing. As currently it can be really, really hard to see where the stuff's at. Anyways, let's clear some rock and let's... think about another very important thing for the city. I need to expand my Sithalon business. As you see here, we currently don't even take a portion of this mine, so let's start refurnishing. There we go. And as you see there, the amount of workers here in the mine goes up with every little patch that we add in. So let's say we are going to definitely pick up all of this over here. Oh yeah. This will serve us for quite some time yet again. And we are going to go and expand the mine itself over to this area here. So let's see, we can put up some extra auxiliaries here as we are obviously now needing more tools for this business. So yeah. Obviously our efficiency is not high enough, so we need to expand this bad boy here still. There we go. I don't want to touch the other deposits. Oh, I think I could. I think it wouldn't really hurt the game in any way, but oh, now we actually cannot place it down. We are forbidden to do so. That means I can easily put it down there, or try to, as it will only put it down on the fields where it's allowed. Anyways, we got this down. We barely got enough furniture for the task. So let's get started. So this winter we are going to refurnish the Scythalon mine. We got an insanely high workforce for this task, as most of the people currently are just no longer in the Scythalon business. So the tax this year will be quite harsh, as this means we're not going to give away 90%, we're going to give away 100%. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to fulfill the side of ordeal. We still already have to grovel at the feet of our taskmasters, at the guild people, as we don't really have the full supply. Maybe we need to bring up a bigger supply next time. So, we got to dig into the mountain here, as I have totally overlooked that we are currently digging into the mountain to fetch that Scythalon. I had no clue that this is the case. Well, now I do know. So let's make it all nice and square-shaped, as the Dondorian likes it that way. There we go. Let's shape out this mine more and more according to Dondorian tastes. And let's set our sights up there again. So the new pumps are rattling and clattering, so we can now cut the workload a little bit lower for these poor sods. Okay. Am I not able to click the pumps anymore? Ah, because they are not constructed yet, I see. It looks as if they are already done, but it's on construction process 99%. It's a tiny difference. Alright. Spring comes, and we still haven't cleared out the entirety of the Scythalon mine project. Oh god, you guys. I already know why, because I gave them too many tasks. Can't give your little munchkins too many tasks. They all fumble it up. Alright. I meant to help you guys. So for whatever reason, these 34 people are... Now I accidentally deleted the Scythalon mine entirely. Yeah, this is a part of the game that really bothers me still, because it's so easy to click at some point accidentally a wee bit wrongly, and then this happens. And yeah, it's really, really annoying, especially as we're not able to see the stone here properly. This is going as far as provoking me to see if the autosave doesn't have the mine still intact. Because reconstructing that thing will take more than... Ah, yeah, here we go. So, yeah. You see one wrong click in this area, and there will be no text box asking you whether you want to do this for real or not. It's just going to be done to you. Anyways, I love the game. This is just one of the things where I feel like this needs a different approach. This needs at least a text box where it asks me whether or not I'm sure if I want to do these foolish shenanigans. Anyways, we are going to upgrade the pumps, as this lowers the amount of work necessary here so tremendously. And now, let's see, the canal must run over there, so we're going to let it run all the way over there, where it will then plummet into a culvert, and then we're going to... I want to keep the roads intact wherever I can, you see. Alright. Winter is almost over. Let's wind the canal around this like that. There we go. So this will probably need more pumps than we have currently assigned. I don't know yet. It's quite a big It's quite a big thing to do, but I feel like it's very much necessary. Yeah. So we will have to beg for forgiveness at our friends from the guild, at masters, whatever. Jackster the Eight, I'm very sorry, but we had to modernize the mine. Won't happen again. Alright. Pretty sure these blokes weren't too happy about us not fulfilling our end of the deal, but, well, such is life. We can finally complete the Scythalon mine construction, probably. Oh dear. Where did all my furniture go? Do these water pumps take furniture? Yeah, they do. So we should totally increase the amount of carpenters here. Let's put that to a double of that. So we're currently not able to fulfill the mining at all. It's a tragedy, but at least the pumps are working as intended. That is some piece of good news. All right. I mean, this is quite a monster in terms of workforce and all, but it's only 4 pumps, you know. Do so much more. So, homelessness is occurring. Let's see where that's the case. Ah, yeah, the new grain farmers need new longhouses. By now, I figure that this might be really a nice area, a nice neighborhood to live at. I mean, seriously. Got everything you need right in front of your doorstep. People you work with each and every day are there as well. All your friends and your family. Can't imagine worse. Alright, let's check back with the mine here. This is quite the nightmare. This is really sort of a worst case scenario. I'm already inclined to order new furniture from the outside world, but we're fulfilling that quite quickly enough. It's quite a bummer. So let's say to fulfill our previous debts, we're going to have to give away 100% of the Scythalon until the year, for the next 2 years, this and the next year, for year 24 and 25. I think this will be decent. I mean, the people at the guild, I'm pretty sure that they know we're decent people. They know that we pay our debts and all. So they don't have any reason not to trust us in this regard, you know. We've always held up our end of the deal, so it should be fine. So, let's see. I hope this won't be too much of a bother that these fields can now be only entered from one end, like the top side. Probably we will need a warehouse that is working alongside the structure. We'll see. Oh well. Spring passes by. The mine is not done yet. So we're being extorted now. Jeez, we need some army at some point. Everybody seems to be thinking that they can bully around Cephalonia. And as a matter of fact, they can. It's true. You can bully us around. We don't have any army. We don't have anybody protecting us. The guild, our neighbors, are just leaving us on our own. And therefore, yeah, go on, bully us. Jokes aside, the Scythalon mine is finally ready again, and we're cranking up the workforce to a total amount of 40. So let's pick up more workers here. There's a lot of people waiting to enter Cephalonia finally, so let's give them the opportunity to do so. Alright, in the meantime, I don't know if it really does make any difference here, but I'm going to put up in to the mountain here. Finally, the Dondorian apartments. So the people working in the mines can have a fine home for themselves. We also have noble people that we can assign. So let's do that now, as we have finally set up all the necessary things. So Cephalonia's wealth in terms of denarii isn't too bad either. So Quertus Ivanov. I think this guy will make a perfect nobleman. So a master of farms. We have grain farming, we have cotton farming, and it doesn't seem like we're putting this down. So a master of farms would be really something to work with. A master of the feast comes in really handy as he cranks up the production of drink at some point in the future. This will be important, but I think not that much right now. The master of industry ain't that interesting either. The master of refinery, well, we're not down that road yet too much as well. So a university headmaster would also be really nice, but we're only benefiting partially from that. A master builder would give our people carrying capacity and carpenters extra output. Find that very, very intriguing, as a matter of fact. A master of mines. I think this is where we will end up because of the roleplay reasons. So there's going to be the master of the farms, Quertus Ivanov, and there will be a new person here. So we are looking for one Dondorian citizen. So here, Darian Goffman. There we go. Darian, this is your day. Welcome to your new life. You are the master of the mines now. So these two noble people will help us tremendously in getting our business going further down the road, as this will increase the important things. As you see here, we're always empty on cotton and grain. Year round, our stockpiles seem to be not sufficient, so let's change something about that. Speaking about insufficiency, the pumps need to be expanded upon. So I really wish that we could see the groundwater automatically, but as of yet, this is something that we have to wait for still. So let's cram that one in here. Let's put it up like that. As a single spot of groundwater, a single little field there suffices to get that going. I'm really wondering how much tuning one could do with these. I mean, a terrible lot as it seems. So we're going to connect this baddie now to that network. There we go. And let's see. There's no chance of us connecting any further pumps into that. So we are now connecting the entire pump network with one another, as I think this will be the smartest way of going forward with this. Alright, so further pumping is necessary. Let's try out a footprint like that. Wait a sec, this is not a good one. We can make that narrower like that. Right, I think this is sort of a good start. So we can now put more of these bad boys down there. And at the end of all this, we need to construct canals there. And I hope I can build that on top of it. If not, that would be really tragic, but we can handle it still. Stop farting into my video, you disgusting plebs. Alright, culvert goes here. Ah, seriously? Yeah, well. then we're going to have to delete this. And I hope this will work out like that. But technically, these should connect. Practically, I can't really tell. Alright, how's Sithlonia these days? The production rate versus the consumption rate of food is really alarming. This is so close that I don't like what I see. But at the same time, the irrigational system, once it is finally completed, will provide ample supply of food and increase the fertility of this entire place by a lot. As we have here a really huge task up ahead of us. A lot of pump workers will be working up here on all that, but, well, let's see. It does definitely connect, as the culvert here supports this area here as well. So basically all the stuff flowing from there is now flowing into the culvert as well. So we're doing decently here. The only thing immediately noticeable is that our water canals are not fully supplied everywhere, but cannot be clearly. We're still expanding that madness here. I love the water stuff, okay? This is so much fun. We still have to connect the bathhouse ultimately. Still working on it. Haven't forgotten my idea here. We are still sitting on top of on this patch here. This thing will run alongside there and provide watery goodness here. I do love how you can see how this spreads fertility. This is so cool. As you can see here now, these fields are much more fertile than before. We have now a fertility of almost 80%. I know that we hadn't had that before. So. Yeah, Sithlonia is going places, my men. Let's stack up the amount of pumping that we do. We are now in a constant lack of furniture, but that's okay. So the mine's output on this year is really terrible. But it's okay. We are going to get past that moment. Alright, so with all that installed, well, soon to be installed, that is. Let's upgrade these pumps immediately. I wish you could upgrade their power as well. Bothers me so much that the capacity, like the amount of squares they can pump towards to, is so limited. It would be amazing if we could be upgrading not only the efficiency in terms of workforce, but also in terms of capacity at some point. Make it dirty costly, I don't know. But maybe the next upgrade does exactly do that, but it doesn't seem like it does. Boosts 25%. Maybe I'm wrong, though. We'll see. I mean, we technically could import the mechanics for that. You know what? We should actually do that. Sithlonia is rich enough to import one crate of mechanics. Machinery it is. That's just 80 pieces. That ain't much, but it'll help us to establish certain things in the city properly. Oh dear. The stone supply of the city is going down hard. But as far as I see, we're also exporting cut stone hard, so yeah. It's making me so happy to see all the pumps in the city. Such a great view. Look at that. Ah, they're complete now. So fertility went up to... That's still at 84%. That's okay, though. This bad boy here is at 67%. That ain't much. Let's see. I wonder if the fertility increase... I mean, technically, the fertility increase should be working over time. Like, the longer the water is allowed to be flowing there, the more fertility should rack up. It's the only mechanic that would make, in my eyes, real sense. Everything else would be too easily exploitable as well. So, yeah. Let's chop trees in the pump jungle. Welcome to the pump jungle. And it is also time to put down a culvert here and here. As we are now, of course, setting up the same luxury for the other fields here as well. Would be foolish not to. There we go. So, since this is a culvert here, we're going to set up another culvert over here. So there's not going to be a total inaccessibility from that field, and I'm going to do that another time here. There. Because it really bothers me to have the feeling as if this the field workers wouldn't have any access to this field anymore. Sort of, you know. Maybe I'm overthinking things here, but maybe this is actually really important to not oversee this little thing. Anyways, we are making fine progress. The only thing there is the Scythalon stockpiles aren't where they should be. But I gotta say, 40, considering that we were not ready to mine up until the beginning of the summer, not bad. Really not bad. And the winter ain't over yet. So our friends in the mountain city are working hard to make their end of the deal work out. I mean, it was kind of a shame, as it was, in all seriousness, a little bit weird how the construction of the mine was taking that long. All right. The bakery has a low workload, as does this one. All right, so this clearly means that there is not enough grain there. Let's see, is this a permanent state? Well, it looks like. We're going to help ourselves here with a nice little hauler here. As it stands, they don't seem to be getting in the grain fast enough. So let's change that. There goes. Auto-employ should make it so that we are also not suffering from too much wasted time here. So if there's not much workload, the amount of workers will be low as well. So here goes. Yeah, production rate is positive again. These little things, they matter so much. The whole thing was the grain wasn't transported down to the bakers yet. But it is really important that this is permanently getting done, so that hauler there, it'll be a really, really good thing for a long, long time. So, let's see. All in all, the people are happy about the criminality rate, and the Dondorians are again super happy with their work, as the majority of theirs is just working in jobs that make Dondorians happy. Happy Dondorian noises. So, the only bothersome thing is that we obviously don't have any people working on the pumps here right now. Kind of wonder if I made it impossible to work on it. That would be a shame, wouldn't it? Did I pack it too cramped here? Or are they just busy with something else? With Songs of SYX, you never really know. Alright, a new year begins. We're like we have said, given away all of the Scythalon in our stockpiles right now. And there goes the happiness of the Dondorian populace. I mean, I'm somewhat concerned about the construction of these things, but I think there is just a overflow of odd jobbers not getting after the many chopping tasks that I put up. As I see here, people are perfectly walking fine over the canals. Can they just traverse over that? That's interesting. It seemed as if they had no problem at all with traversing over the canals. But here finally the construction proceeds. Yeah, it's been just like that. Okay, we are going to import machinery, but not for this episode anymore. This is going to happen in the next one. So I thank you all for watching so much. It's been my pleasure. I hope you enjoyed your time here with me. And feel free to drop me your comments down below. I'm all ears, what you have to say. And a thumbs up would be appreciated too, so the algorithm knows that you enjoyed your time, and it's going to refer this video to other people as well. And of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily stuff coming up from my side, and down there in the description box, you'll find a plenty of links leading to my Discord channel where you can chat with other SYX gamers. We have also a Twitch channel where I'm streaming each Sunday evening in the European time zone. And of course, last but not least, I wanted to point towards Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. As much as I love doing what I'm doing, I also need to pay my dues. So these things help me out in doing so and producing more videos for your enjoyment. That all being said, I want to say a big thanks to everybody watching these series, a big thanks to everybody supporting this channel, and of course a big thanks to you especially, since you're still hanging out until the very end of this video. You seem to like my stuff that I'm doing, so thanks, appreciate it. I like people as you as well. Have a wonderful day, and see you all on the next episode when we are going to continue our endeavors to make this the coolest Scythalon city ever. See you there, and have a wonderful day.